This story is of an office whose employees are played a death game. So let's know the full story without any delay. The story begins in Colombia. Here we see a big building named Belko Industries, which is in a deserted area quite far from the city. This is an international company which the US government runs. Mike is also an employee of this company and is going to office like every day. But today a special security check was going on here. In place of old guards, new guards were appearing, and also the local employees here were being sent back home today. Guards check company ID. In this company, mostly people were from outside Colombia or were Americans only. Coming into the office, all people go into their daily work. These all were looking quite happy and friendly with each other. But today some people were keeping an eye on all of them. We see a new employee, Danny, whose first day was at the job. She has received a car, credit card, and house from the company's side. But we also find out that inside the heads of all Belko employees a tracker is fitted, the reason for which is told to be the kidnappings happening in Colombia and the security of employees so that they can be traced anywhere. Here we also see a jerk named Wendell who was leering at a girl named Leandra. But Leandra in reality is Mike's girlfriend. Mike also notices today that there are no local employees in the office, and he sees the new guards going into the nearby old hangar too. He asks the office security guard about all this, whose name is Evan. But he also did not know anything about the new guards. Just then suddenly all of them hear an unknown voice whom I will call Big Boss, and they are told that right now in this building there are a total of 80 people, and after some time these all will be killed. If they want to stay alive, then all tasks given by Big Boss will have to be completed. Their first task was that within the next half hour they have to murder any 2 employees. And if this task is not completed, then something very big will happen with all of them, and with this the death game begins. Now no one understands from where this announcement happened or who did it. In the beginning, all people consider this a joke, but then they see that their telephone and mobile networks were jammed. A lady who had just come into this building immediately tries to run outside, but just then all doors and windows of this building get covered with a metal sheet. In no time this whole building was sealed. Neither could anyone come inside, nor could anyone go outside. Bud and Lonnie, who do maintenance work here, try to cut that metal sheet with a blowtorch, but that sheet did not even get warm from it. Norris calms everyone down, saying that surely some prank is happening with them. And because these people are in a government building, so those people are absolutely safe here. But Mike was not feeling all this as a prank. Now some people go to the roof of this building and call out to a security guard, but the guard ignores them even after seeing them. With this, the time given by Big Boss was now finished, and suddenly a bullet comes from somewhere and hits a girl's head, and her death happens right there. Inside the building, also one by one 3 employees' heads explode. Because they did not kill 2 people, therefore 4 of their people were killed. Seeing this now, all people get badly scared and start hiding here and there. Mike notices that these people's heads have exploded from inside and not from a bullet hitting, and Mike understands that the tracker device, which is in everyone's head, is in reality a bomb. That is why the locals were sent home, because trackers were not fitted in their heads. Now Mike quickly finds a knife and, going into the bathroom, tries to cut his head and take the bomb out of it. But there were cameras everywhere, and Big Boss tells Mike to put the knife down, otherwise he will blast his head, and hearing this, Mike has to put the knife down. A man named Terry searches the bathroom, and from the bathroom itself, he finds 3 cameras. Big Boss says, "I was on every corner of this building." Here Norris asks Evan for the armory keys where the guards' guns are kept, but Evan refuses to give the keys to anyone in such a situation. After this again, Big Boss's voice comes, and he tells everyone that now if any camera is removed, or if anyone tries to remove the device fitted in their head, then they will be killed right then. After this, their second task is told. Now these total 76 people were left, so in the next 2 hours, any 30 people should be killed. If 30 people are not killed, then after time is finished, Big Boss will kill total 60 people. Hearing this, all people get panicked. Wendell takes out a knife from the kitchen for his protection. Some people start fighting with each other, and remaining people go and hide somewhere in the building. Bud and Lonnie were in the basement. Lonnie starts getting badly scared, and by mistake hits a wrench on Bud's head, by which Bud's death happens. Danny, who had come here to hide, sees all this, and Lonnie catches her too. Now Danny tries to free herself by pushing him, but in this Lonnie's head goes and enters a rod, by which he also gets killed, and Danny goes to hide somewhere else. Here office people had split into 2 groups. On one side was Norris, who felt killing 30 people to save the remaining 30 was right. On the other side was Mike's group, who were strictly against killing anyone, and most people were on Mike's side. Leandra suggests that they should make a big banner and hang it from the roof so that some man outside sees it and informs the police. After this, all people get busy making the banner. Meanwhile, Norris gets Wendell and Terry on his side, and these three try to open the armory with a blowtorch. Evan and Mike tell them to stop, but they do not listen to them, so Evan points a gun at them. Mike calms him, and with his gun he cuts that blowtorch's gas supply itself, meaning now the armory can only open with Evan's key. After this, these people go to the roof and start hanging the banner, but the guards below, seeing this, fire bullets at them, which hit Keith's hand. Then Big Boss tells them that hanging a banner is also forbidden, and everyone starts going down disappointed. But just then Norris hits Mike's head and makes him unconscious and takes his gun. But Evan drops the key down. Getting angry, Wendell stabs a knife into Evan's stomach, by which his death happens right there. Now Norris, picking up the key, opens the armory. Some pistols were kept here which they distribute in their group. After this, they gather all the people of the building at gunpoint in the lobby. Only Danny was there, who was still hidden. Here Mike regains consciousness, and he is also brought to the lobby. Now Norris had to decide which of these 30 people should be killed. First, he separates all those people whose children's age is less than 18 years. Now to kill. First, he calls all the old people forward, and then randomly picks 30 people, in whom Mike was also included. One man was refusing to listen to them, so Wendell shoots him right there. After this, they sit the remaining people in a line and start the radio so that the sound of screaming becomes less. Then Norris, one by one, starts shooting them in the head. Mike tries to make Terry understand that all this is wrong, but Terry aims a gun at him. Danny, who was hidden until now, hearing the sound of gunfire, turns off the main light switch, by which it becomes dark, and all people start running here and there. Norris and Wendell kill some more people. Meanwhile, here Danny finds Robert, and they both, climbing on top of the lift, hide there. After this, Norris's group starts finding and killing people. But at the hands of employees, 2 of his own people get killed, and now only Norris, Wendell, and Terry were left. Then Big Boss announces that until now only 29 people have been killed, and if in 2 minutes one more person is not killed, then he will kill 31 more people. Wendell sees Mike and Leandra, but he is unable to kill them, and in this way, in the next 2 minutes, not a single kill happens. Then Big Boss announces that time is finished, and because they did not complete the task of 30 kills, so now 31 more people will be killed, and first Terry's head itself blast. After this, one by one, many people's heads start exploding. We see that Big Boss has buttons of all these people's names by pressing, which he was blasting their bombs, and now in this place, only 16 people were remaining. Big Boss announces the last task, that in the next hour, whichever person has the most kills will be let go from here alive. Until now, most kills were done by Norris and Wendell, and hearing the announcement, they start finding and killing the remaining people. Vince, who until now was against all this, he also starts killing people to save his own life. Norris sees his secretary. She tries to seduce him to stay alive, but Norris goes near her and breaks her neck because he did not want to waste bullets. After this, Norris goes into the lift and, seeing the people sitting above, starts firing. Now Danny gets to the side, but Robert cannot move from there quickly and gets crushed between the lift and the wall, by which his death happens. Here Leandra, searching for Mike, goes to Marty. Marty tells her that he was collecting bombs from the heads of dead people by mixing, which he can make such a big blast that some way to get out is made. After this, these 3 start going towards Mike, but on the way they see Wendell. Those 3 hide behind a table, but Wendell shoots Marty and his friend both in the head. Leandra, pushing the table, reaches near Wendell, and then with an axe lying nearby chops Wendell's head into pieces. In the end, she finds Mike, and she gives the bombs to him to keep. Just then, a man lighting a Molotov starts throwing it towards them, by which a woman dies burning. But just then, Norris, also coming here, kills that man. He shoots at Mike and Leandra too, but they escape. At this time, Danny's brain goes to graze grass. She loses her mind, and she, for some unknown reason, sitting in the lift, comes to the lobby, and as soon as her lift opens, Norris gives her a headshot. Here Mike finds out that Leandra was hit by one of Norris's bullets, and from blood flowing, her death happens right there. Now only Norris and Mike were left alive. Mike was angry at Leandra's death, and he attacks Norris. A lot of fight happens between both, but in the end, a tape holder comes into Mike's hand, and by hitting with it, Mike smashes Norris's head, and in this way, Mike alone survives alive. Now, because Mike was the sole survivor of this game, the building gates open, and 2 guards come inside to take Mike. They take him inside that nearby old hangar from where this whole death game was being controlled. Here we see that Big Boss 2, who tells that he is part of an international organization who study human behavior, And all this was just an experiment of how the human mind reacts in such a situation. And he asks Mike how he is feeling now. Mike notices the bomb buttons placed here on which the names of all those 80 employees were written, and Mike reveals that the bombs he secretly put them in the pockets of all these guards and Big Boss too. Now he immediately turns on all the bomb switches except his own, by which those bombs blast in the pockets of the guards and Big Boss themselves, and then picking up the guard's gun, Mike kills the remaining people too. After this, Mike comes out of the hangar, but we see that someone was still keeping an eye on Mike. We see many people like Mike who, like Mike, would have survived until the end in this experiment, meaning this game was running not just in Colombia, but in all offices of Belko that are in the world. We also hear a female voice who tells that now stage 2 will begin, and this film ends right here. So friends, I like this film quite a lot. And in the ending, its second part was also teased, about which there is no news yet, because its writer James Gunn is busy cleaning up the mess spread by DC. For the rest, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will meet you very soon with a new video.